Kevin Jackson Radio Show.
Welcome, everybody. Where are we today? We, the collective American people, we are in amazing shape. We are no longer desperate. We have created an America of which the world can be proud. America has returned to being the inspiration of the world. And it's because of you. We Americans did this. See, I'm going to separate us out now. I'm going to play the left's game. We conservatives, we used our desperation to learn. I tell people all the time, the places where I learned the most in life came from the things that made me most scared. That's where I learned the most. See, there's power in angst. I was at an event, a couple weeks ago, and I was explaining a story where my grandmother made me play piano in front of 2,000 people when I'd only had one lesson. They asked if somebody knew how to play piano, and my grandmother raised her hand and pointed to me. I'd had one lesson. And I'm not going to bore you with the details because I tell the story often when I'm giving speeches, but I got to tell you, you can't imagine you're a 9-year-old kid and your grandmother in front of 2,000 people announces you're going to go play the piano for him and you don't know how to play the piano. You want to talk about a feeling of desperation. I wanted a place to run and hide. So Donald Trump, folks, was elected on our desperation. We got to the point where we said, what else can we do? We've gone the route that the Republicans wanted us to go, and we hadn't gotten anywhere. The Democrats got everything they wanted, and look at what happened to this country. Oh, they'll gloss it over and try to tell you that Barack Obama was the best thing since sliced bread. They know that he wasn't. And I'll get to the Democrats and their desperation in just a bit. But they knew the man was a waste. He was awful. And if they told you the truth, that's what they would say. So we got desperate, and we, instead of running from it, we confronted our desperation, and we decided Donald Trump would be the best person to alleviate our desperation. And where do we find ourselves? We find ourselves in great shape. We, conservatives, are no longer desperate. And oh, by the way, so are the left. The leftists, what do you want to call them, progressives, they're no longer desperate either, but they hold on to it. Democrats feel desperation that doesn't even exist. But theirs comes from this. It comes because they're no longer in control. And in fact, they're in deep kimchi. Because now we are in control and we get to expose everything that they did. It would be great if the Democrats said, you know what? We've been snagged. We chose the worst guy for president. That's been exposed by Donald Trump, a guy that we thought was going to bring us Armageddon. So we've been exposed. And that exposure of Barack Obama not only exposed his incompetence, it exposed the level that he was willing to go to cheat so that Donald Trump would never be president. And the Democrats should admit this. In their desperation, they should say, not only did we pick the worst possible guy on the planet, but we also picked a crook, a guy who was willing to continue the ruse that progressivism, that leftism, that Democrats were great at running things when there's absolutely no proof of it. Show me proof of it anywhere. I dare you, leftists. Call this show 844-551-8255 or KJRadio.com. I will debate you on any of these issues, and I will kick your butt, and I'll do it nicely. So I dare you. And for the record, conservatives, you know lots of big mouth leftists. Have them contact us. I would love to have them on the program. I invited a guy. It's probably been 5 years. He came on and debated me. I told him, you go away, you study. Here's some little things you can go get started with. And if you prove me wrong, come back. I will put you front and center on this program. I've done it at least 3 or 4 times. And I've had people write to me. I've made the same offer, and they never come back. I promise you, I would, the NSA's got my email, so they could send them to you. The point is, I do it all the time. They will not come and debate it because once they find out the truth, they're like, holy crap. Desperation. Democrats no longer in control. They're in deep trouble because we've exposed them, but they've learned nothing from their desperation. Nothing. Democrats will not sit before the man, stand before the public, and say, you know what, guys, we screwed up. There's a handful of them that have come over. They quietly do it in the vote. That's how Donald Trump got elected. But they won't admit it. They won't admit that they're tired of being called racist when they're not. They won't admit that they're tired of being called homophobic when they're not. I'm talking about mostly these middle-class white guys, these blue-collar workers. And by the way, Hillary Clinton's got some great things to say about white women. We'll get to that in a bit. But they don't want to admit anything. The Democrats don't want to tell you we screwed up. Not only should they not have elected Barack Obama, now they're finding out the truth about Obama. They're finding out the truth about Hillary Clinton. They're finding out the truth about the Democrat Party. They're finding out the truth about the policy decisions that they believed would work because Donald Trump's policy decisions do work. He's done it in a year. He has debunked every single thing that they thought that Barack Obama could achieve. Donald Trump is debunked in a year. No wonder they're desperate. And this is an opportunity for them. Let me tell you, I keep going back to this. You learn so much in your desperation. You want to know what you really learn in your desperation? You want to learn, you will learn how far you can dig yourself out of a hole. That's what desperation teaches. You ever had almost got your lights turned off or couldn't make a mortgage payment, almost lost your house? Maybe you did lose your house. Maybe you lost your company. Maybe you lost a person that you really loved. You should have been, more, whatever. I don't know what level drove you to your level of desperation, but I guarantee you, if you are a conservative, you learned, you took your lesson from it and went, woo, I never want to feel that again. That's why you saved. That's why you studied. That's why you became a better person. That's why you became a better human being. Is because you reached that point. The leftists, they can reach that point and they learn nothing. They become more conniving and cutthroat than you ever believed. More on this one.
This is the Kevin Jackson Radio Show.
Do you owe back taxes to the IRS or state? The secret to avoiding the IRS nightmare is to seek professional representation. My friends at Security Tax Associates provide the most cost-effective and ethical representation in the industry while helping to avoid seizures, levies, and wage garnishments. Security Tax Associates is here to ensure that the appropriate steps are taken to permanently eliminate any possibility of future tax burdens once and for all. For a free, no-obligation consultation, contact Security Tax Associates, 844-779-4177. That's 844-779-4177. 844-779-4177. Or visit them at securitytaxassociates.com.
Beth Cook Moranville, author of Closer Than Your Breath, a book of hope.
Hope, that wonderful, wonderful 4-letter word that you may feel completely out of. I wrote this book to give you great hope. It's not too late. If fetal position is an all too familiar place for you, I understand. If the next 60 seconds are too long, this book is for you. Wherever you are right now, whether you're dealing with divorce or death or sickness, take hope. You are going to make it through this pain. Don't roll your eyes. I've walked this road and I know it. The best is yet to come.
Closer Than Your Breath, a book of hope from author and speaker Beth Cook Moranville, can be found on Amazon.com or Kindle.com. For more information, visit closerthanyourBreath.com or on Facebook at Closer Than Your Breath.